Your lectures on colonization of the gut with bacteria before birth, at the time of delivery, thereafter. And I have learned that caesarean section is something which has a major impact on later disease state. Can you elaborate on this?
Yes. When the baby enters the world, through the birth canal, they receive a massive inoculum of bacteria, and C-section babies do not receive that. And first of all, we know that babies who are born by C-section have very different gut microbiota during the first weeks of life, during the first months of life, and even at the age of 7 years. We have studies showing that babies born by C-section have different immune development. And what is alarming, we know from large epidemiological studies that C-section babies have a higher risk of certain non-communicable diseases.
Can you quantify a little bit? Asthma, for example. What is the risk of a baby born via C-section to have later allergic disease, for example, asthma, in comparison to a baby who is born with via cesarean section, via vaginal delivery?
Based on large studies and meta-analysis, the risk is about 20% higher after a C-section. And that the absolute risk depends on the population. But we could roughly say that it's a 20% increase.
There's another fact which I have seen in your charts. You say the risk for immune deficiencies is 43% higher. Can you specify a little bit? Because this is threatening.
That's only one study, and I find it hard to believe myself because I'm no expert, but I believe that immune deficiencies are usually genetic diseases, but that's what one very large epidemiological study shows.
Now, I'm a baby born via cesarean section. What can I do for myself later on? What can I ask my mother to do?
Make sure you're breastfed.
Good, okay.
And if you're not breastfed, or even if you are, be prudent in antibiotic use.
And probiotic use? Which probiotics are good? You know, you can buy so many in the supermarkets and the pharmacy stores.
That's a good question.
What would you recommend?
I would recommend more research at this point. We think the probiotics might be good, but we don't actually have any studies with C-section babies showing health benefit outcomes. So we need to do those studies. I'm hoping that in 5 years I can answer.
Difficult question. If I'm a woman who knows that I will have a cesarean section, should I take probiotics before delivery?
There are no data to support that claim as of now. As a physician, I cannot give that recommendation, but I hope we are getting there. I'm hoping they are part of the answer, because we always preach about lowering the number of C-section, but we know that some babies need to be born by C-section.
So we can conclude type of delivery can be important for your long-term health.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.